Okay.
Welcome to another episode of Driving to the Res with your favorite hosts,
Mr. Confusion himself, Larry
Bazell, and the clarity and embodiment of awareness,
Inelia. Nice.
All right.
I like
with
it.
that said,
Having said that, we got to do our ad.
Okay.
What's all right? Remember our sponsor?
Yes.
Our sponsor is
our viewers. You! Yay! Yes. It's you who supports our work, and the way to support it, the best way, is to go to Subscribestar and grab the second hour. Yay!
Or even better, grab the second hour.
And the class.
And the classes.
Indeed.
We have a class every month.
Yes.
We've had a dozen or so far.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them is an hour or better long, sometimes two. And they really scratch the surface of the topic at hand. In some cases, it's like the most current one is Lemurian. Mm-hmm. We had an invitation, all of us as a group,
to explore what Lemurian is.
What even is that?
Yes.
Right.
And what are we projecting onto it or not projecting onto it, and how do we describe it, and how does it relate to our life?
And there were so many good questions.
Yes.
Right.
Excellent expansion there of awareness.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So that's how our sponsors support our program.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's you.
Yes.
You're
indeed.
excellent sponsors, and we're very happy to have you.
Yes, indeed. And keep on sponsoring.
Your sponsorship
and patron of the light, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You're a patron of the light.
A patron of the light.
Mm-hmm. And we'd like to thank everybody who has become a patron of the light, supporting our spreading of the light work.
Oh, okay. Now that you say it that way, yes.
Yes.
I'm
all
a
right.
super spreader. I think
so
that's a
this
good
topic.
Thing. Hey.
Yes.
You know what a super spreader is?
What?
A super spreader of the light.
You?
Yeah. So that's what this is about. It's spotting a power over this narrative.
Yeah.
Because there's other people who have a different idea what a super spreader is.
Mm-hmm. But we'd like to make sure that people know and independently are able and capable and to respond in a high frequency way on Earth.
Right.
And one of them
is spotting these narratives.
The power over others' narratives. Spot them. How to spot them.
How do you spot them? Mm-hmm. Okay.
This topic deserves a class. Larry and I will think about how to present one that is both practical in spotting power over others' narratives and provide solutions for addressing many of the popularized ones on Earth right now. Right?
Like super spreaders.
And
like
you can get that class
aliens.
as a Subscribestar, of course.
Of course, yeah.
You will be able to.
That's where I would go look for it.
Yeah. But for now, I would like to simply start this conversation or continue it in a way that brings light and clarity around what narratives there are and how they're being used.
Right. This article is about spotting a power over others' narrative, right? This is a story that's told to take control of an object or an event or a happening or an occurrence or something that's made to occur that leads you down a certain path.
That's a power over others one.
That's a power over others one.
Yeah.
There are other narratives that aren't those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't lead you down a power over others path.
Nope.
They express the data, or they could actually be a light narrative even.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And not necessarily true or accurate. It's a narrative, designed to...
Funnily enough,
yeah.
We do have a lot of information about creating powerful narratives in the instant manifestation work that we do.
Yes, that is true.
Let's go back to the topic.
Okay. I just wanted to make you aware.
Yes.
That when we talk about narratives, they're not all power over other narratives.
No.
And they're not all manipulative, but many of them are. So you need to know how to spot them.
Yes, you do. Yep. We talked about narratives around UFOs in our last newsletter and Driving to the Rest podcast episode.
Boy, that was a doozy.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's begin with the question, what is a narrative? What is a narrative? A narrative is the telling of a story or accounts of events, experiences, or the like, whether true or fictitious.
It's the telling of the story.
Yes.
Okay.
A narrative is the telling of the story. Mystics from times immemorial have known that the word creates reality, even within our own Ivan's method of instant manifestation, we spend a lot of time on a believable story that will bring about our desired result. The story around something not only makes it real for each person, but also colors and dictates the experience the person will have about that thing.
Right, that reminds me of the Ferrari popping out of the sky into the driveway. If you want to instant manifest this Ferrari, you're like, how's it going to get there?
Right.
Balloon. Well, if I bring a balloon into that becomes believable.
Yeah. But what if if you wanted to manifest a Ferrari, right? And you say, okay, I have the power of manifestation. I want the Ferrari in my yard.
There it is.
There it is, in my front yard. But you haven't created a narrative, you haven't told a story that is believable to you or the human collective.
And everyone around you even.
Yeah, the human collective, right?
Yeah, the human collective.
Then what happens?
Well,
it doesn't actually.
You're disappointed yourself, clearly.
It doesn't, because it doesn't actually just appear in your front yard.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Instantly or any other way.
Right.
Because you
haven't created that narrative, that story. You haven't told that story.
The rules of reality that you exist in don't have that.
Right. Yep.
Although in Vegas they will show you that.
Things appearing from
magic
thin air.
Appears. Yeah, they have magic shows.
They do, but that's
they can make a train disappear or a Ferrari reappear.
Well, they're controlling the narrative, right?
Totally.
And the perception of that narrative. Totally. They control your perception and the narrative. Boom.
Boom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was a sidetrack, but...
Yes. For example, imagine you see a fast-flying object in the sky, which then turns instantly in a 90-degree angle and flies off and vanishes. At the same time, you see one of our fastest planes slowly making its way across the sky. One of those fast jets, maybe.
Yeah, it's only going 600 miles an hour, and that's how fast it's going.
Yes. It's really slowly across the sky, while the other one is... Right?
Yes.
Imagine the effect of seeing this scene just after reading one of the following 3 narratives. By the way, only one is real.
One of the narratives is actually real. One of these is 3. Not, and the other one is not.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with 1.
Okay, narrative number 1.
We are experiencing a growing number of unidentified aerial phenomena, and our governments have sent the Air Force to shoot them down as they may be hostile. Our Air Force successfully shot one of them down, actually, eliminating all possible threats. We are presently harvesting and reverse engineering the materials for our military and technological advancement. And I will add it's a little bit secret because clearly we want to protect our information from our enemies and our security reasons.
National security reasons.
Yes. So,
indeed.
Okay.
Okay, we don't want the enemy to get hold of this technology. Uh-huh.
Okay, now you just heard that and you look at that. Now what do you think?
Now what do you think? How do you feel? What do you think would happen?
It's like, thank God for the military. We should give them a lot of money.
I would say a lot of people would run to the phone and call 911.
Hello. Can you tell the military there's one of those things?
Yes.
They need to go investigate it because it could be a threat.
Yes. And we don't want our enemies to get hold of it.
And we don't want our enemies to get a hold of it, and then they would be a threat.
Yes.
Because they're our enemies.
Yeah. That could be one, right?
Right. You might say...
Scream and run in the house.
Go get signs and say, peace! And go start marching in the streets to protest
the aliens?
Militarization of space and aliens and things.
Good.
You might find it as a thing to rally against.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. You could rally against it. You could start shouting from the rooftops, these are friendly, don't shoot them.
Yeah.
You could.
There's a lot of things that come from that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
They're all an extension of the experience that I think most of us have had for the last, I don't know how many years, quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you see something, that's probably a threat. We should call the authorities to handle it.
Yeah.
It's something I'm not sure about. That person might be dangerous. Call the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the cops are dangerous too, so call the cops.
Military?
Who do I call the cops on the? Who do I call on the cops?
The FBI? The CIA?
I don't know.
Someone?
It's really a problem nowadays. Mm-hmm. We don't know who to call anymore.
Right.
That's the narrative. Okay. Let's try narrative 2. The narrative 1 just led me down this path of constant power over others, struggles, and victims, and all this stuff. It did.
Yes. Yeah.
Should I try 2 or 3?
Try number 2.
Alrighty. You read that one.
As the human collective's awareness expands, we're going to start seeing and finding ways to record the presence of objects in the sky that are not created by us. As we examine these, we find that they are part of a larger civilization on Earth, which are more advanced both technologically and culturally than we are.
That's all?
Yeah, that's it.
No cops?
Now, well, you just saw that narrative, and then you see the object. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
Wow. That's incredible. I just saw one.
Uh-huh. Okay. What do you do next?
I learned this experiential telepathy class.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually on Subscribestar at Inelia Benz. You go Inelia Benz and Subscribestar, and then experiential telepathy is like one of the classes that was held. I just took it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make contact with those, see if they're one of my cousins.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, they are.
They are?
They said, I'm not coming down today. I'm on a mission.
Okay.
I can't stop in for coffee or tea or anything right now, but I'll check in with you later.
Oh, nice.
That was fun.
That was fun. What if it turns around and says, okay, we've detected you and we have to eliminate you now? Because you can see us.
Well, I think I got to call the military.
There you go.
Sorry, guys. Got to call the Air Force. That's their problem. You got to deal with them. That's the game they want. There they go. I don't know what to do. Say no. It's like, okay, you caught me. Okay, honey, what do we do?
We just tell them, go away.
Okay, go away.
Yeah, just go away. You're not who I expected.
You're not who I thought you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, narrative 3. Oh no, not this one.
Did you ever fall for this one?
Of course.
Oh, you did? Oh, you loved that one, didn't you?
I do like that one.
Yeah, a lot of people do love this one. Okay, go for it.
Well, it comes out. Here's what's happening, guys.
Okay.
I'm a whistleblower from another dimension.
Okay.
The Galactic Council of Light is presently sending ships and drones to Earth to test your readiness. We want to know if you're ready to be part of the Universal Alliance of Planets. This is a universal community of galactic beings, and you've obviously ascended well enough, hopefully, so that you can join us, but how you receive and treat these little vessels that are popping in to experience hellos will dictate what happens to our species going forward. So, it's all up to you. Raise your frequency and vibration and join the galactic community.
Mm-hmm.
Probably they're going to be blue avian aliens with med beds.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably that's what there is.
Where's the trap in this one?
Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff in it.
There's med beds in it.
There's kittens.
Kittens.
So to speak. That would be med beds. And there's blue avians, which are really cool looking aliens. Yeah. I mean, come on. Feathered aliens that are blue.
Blue, yeah, with beaks.
They match with Smurfs.
Yeah, they're Murphy. Yeah.
Smurfs are all pretty cool things. So, and Galactic Council, it's like a council with more authority than our little measly little government that we're powerless to control. The Galactic Council will have authority over our terrible government. We can finally kick their butt.
Yeah.
Because we are part of a bigger butt-kicking community.
How do you take the part where it says how we receive and treat these vessels and drones will dictate what happens to our species going forward?
Well, obviously we have all of the things. We're powerless and powerful. We're powerless to control how everyone else is doing this, shooting at them. But it's going to make us feel like terrible because they're going to be shooting at them.
Yeah.
And so we're powerless,
helpless,
and defeated. And I mean, all we got to do is just go give them a hug and look, you guys are shooting them. Stop it. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to pass. Obviously, we're going to fail our test. And what's going to happen to our species going forward is just what we deserve.
Yes. They'll probably delay the savior of the universe. I mean,
they'll probably delay saving us.
Because we're not ready yet.
We're not ready to even be saved.
No, we're not ready yet because we keep shooting their drones.
So, I mean, at some point, that narrative is going to make me just go
so
like
bad.
this, get a tunnel of garbage, and then throw it in the garbage. It's all bull.
Yes.
Which is even worse. I'm just going to go to McDonald's and get some Twinkies. Or, I might, they do have communities where they remove their organs and they all wear the same clothes and they go to ride on a comet. I might do that.
I think they already left.
Oh, they already caught that right?
Yeah, they did.
So, not a great narrative, although I liked it. There were just parts in it that sound good because parts of it probably have truth in it.
What? They're cutting your testicles off?
That can get you a ride on a comet.
Yeah. That was cool?
No, not that part. The narrative, honey.
The comet, and then you're going to
go for a ride on the comet. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
What you got to do it, not so much.
Okay.
It's just this narrative leads you down this path that takes you to a crazy place.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Either which way you look at it, you end up crazy town. Mm-hmm. And that's not a great place to be.
It has last narrative has all the clues.
It's called the fairy baits, but it does have clues.
Yeah, it's fairy bait, but it does have the clues, right?
And those are the savior thing and you're not ready thing and you have to alter an impossible thing for you, create everyone's reaction to something that is in alignment with what you can't possibly accomplish.
Plus
and then it's your fault if it don't work.
Right. And it's hopism too, doesn't it? Does it have hopism?
Yeah, there's a little bit of hopism. Yeah.
Can you explain to everyone what hopism is?
Hopium, honey.
Hopium, sorry.
Hopium is opium in the form of hope.
So can you explain what that is? Hopium?
Yeah, that is a solution that provides the answer to all of your whatever problem it might be. In the case of medbed, whatever you are experiencing that has like ill health and haven't found a good healing story, this is the healing story of all healing stories. It's a panacea, right?
Panacea. Mm-hmm.
So that is a hopium is if you properly respond to this thingies as a collective humanity, then you'll get a medbed. Mm-hmm. So the medbed is the hopium. Mm-hmm. And the action that you have to do is an impossible one. But if you do it, you'll get it.
Delayed, right?
Well, it's going to have to be delayed because you're not ready. Mm-hmm. So you need to do more work to get everybody ready.
Yeah, so you hope and hope.
You have to do this thing, right? And in the doing of it, you expose yourself to ridicule and all the things. Disassociation from your support network, your family, and whatever, your jobs, all those consequences, but it's more important. So at the end of it, you've basically destroyed your
support system
in your life, and it's still going to get delayed.
Oh, man.
So that's why that hopium thing doesn't lead to the right place. That's not to say don't have hope, but when a narrative has hopium in it, you know that that's the bait.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
As you play with the results, emotional, mental, and social of these three narratives, the three narratives, you will start to get an idea of how a controlling narrative can control reality and is being experienced by the people of Earth.
Right. So pick the narrative. Well, spot a power over others narrative. There's also a narrative that has a Galactic Council of the Light in it. Mm-hmm. That isn't power over others.
Can you tell us about that one?
How that narrative might look.
Mm-hmm.
That, you've used the words at some time or other, something like there's a council of, planetary council.
Well,
and you say specifically, that's your word to describe something that doesn't exist as a unit. Like it's not an actual, here's my planetary council unit card. I'm an official member of the planetary council. It's a way to understand the description of us as a group making a decision. So a Galactic Council of Light might be used in that way instead of in, here's my card-carrying member of the Galactic Council of the Light.
And they do have actually a card and badge. I've seen it on the internet. I've seen their logo. I've seen their logo.
Well,
you have to be really special.
I have actually seen that.
You have to be really special to be part of that.
I don't think it costs a lot. You don't need to be that.
You have to be really special to be part of that one.
You do have to find the website.
Yes, you do.
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing.
You have to be very special, though.
Well, I'm special.
And I think you need to be like non-human, like an Arcturian or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or maybe a Palladian.
I don't know about all that.
I think you do.
I probably am.
A Palladian?
Or an Arcturian.
How do you know?
Because I like Arcturian writing.
You like Arcturian writing? Uh-huh. What do they write like?
A very, very matter-of-fact and accurate.
And what kind of accurate and matter-of-fact things do they say?
Oh, well, they say things like you're responsible for your experience of reality. Mm-hmm. That the narrative that you follow can dictate what you experience. Uh-huh. And so be cognizant and conscious of what narratives are playing out and which ones you're following.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They say things like that. Arcturians. They're very smart.
Oh. Maybe you are one then.
Maybe we all are. I'm not joking. Arcturians are smart.
Okie dokie then. That's fine.
That's fine.
I'm not saying that being Arcturian is wrong, but I'm saying that often this Council of Light, you need to be one in order to be a part of the council, or a Palladian, or something. Or a Venetian. You can't be just an ordinary human and be part of that council.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because you could be an Arcturian in a human body, honey.
Well, I know, but, to become part of one of these councils, you have to be special. And being human,
you have to be a light being. Quit raining on my parade, lady.
I'm raining on your parade.
Quit it now. Okay, let's move on.
Move on. All right.
Okay. As you play with the results, emotional, mental, and social, which we just talked about, of these three narratives, you'll start to get an idea how controlling that narrative controls your reality as it's being experienced by people on the planet. Hi, Brad.
Oh, poor Brad can't get through the door.
He can make it.
Brad. Yeah, he squeezed through.
Oh boy, he pushed the door open. He is a big cat.
All right, so.
The important aspect. Go ahead and read this, honey.
The important aspect about spotting manipulative, artificial narratives versus narratives that simply express reality is that by learning how to spot them, differentiate between them, and getting good at it, not only do we affect our own lives for the better, but we also bring a breeze of clarity and light to the rest of the human collective that has chosen both expansion of awareness and a high-frequency life.
Yeah, that last paragraph is the important paragraph, and as such, probably you'll notice that you heard it and you forgot it already.
You don't remember what it is?
No, I've been reading that paragraph now for a week.
Yes, you have.
I've looked at it thinking to correct it, and then I didn't need to correct it. And thinking that I needed to put a period in here or there, and I didn't need no period. Thinking that it changed its, it doesn't work. It's like the idea at the front and in the middle and the end is different, and they aren't related. So the first part doesn't relate to the second. So the participles of the whatever thingies, you learn in English class aren't working.
Yeah.
All the time. When I go back to the beginning and look, it's like, well, yeah, actually it's fine. And, oh, yep, actually that works. And then I get done reading it again and I go like, oh, is this still right? So it has blocks and obstacles in that last paragraph to comprehension, which means there's plenty there.
Yes.
So I would suggest that if you're listening to this, you go to your Substack, where it's
the newsletter.
The text is written.
Yeah.
And you look at this last paragraph. You tell me what you think. Mm-hmm. Is it written properly? Is the English proper? Is it correctly participled and commaed and perioded? And is the punctuation right?
Yeah.
Put a little comment in the comments there. That's a Substack, Inelia Benz.
Yes.
This is Article 42, Spotting Power over Others' Narratives.
Well,
this is the last paragraph.
Yeah, it doesn't have a number, actually.
Well, it's called Spotting Power over Others' Narratives.
Yes.
Look at that last paragraph and tell me what you think. Now, if you're a second hour subscribe star member, you will hear another couple hours of this.
Yes.
Probably, maybe less, maybe more. Something like an hour or thereabouts, where we talk with Ilya and Adelina about their experience of reading this and what did they... I mean, this is going to be good, I'm sure.
This is going to be good, yes, I'm sure.
Go there. You can listen to that second hour of it. And you can comment there about your experience of this last paragraph. Is it like, there's nothing there, Larry? It's very clear and obvious. Or is it, I see what you're saying?
Okay. Yeah. Can you read it out aloud for us, please?
I'll try.
Okay.
The important aspect about spotting manipulative artificial narratives versus narratives that just simply express reality is by learning how to spot them and differentiate between them and getting good at that. Not only do you affect your own life for the better, but you also bring a breeze of clarity and light to the rest of the human collective that has chosen both expansion of awareness and a high frequency life.
What does that mean to you?
It means be good at differentiating these narratives. Be good at discovering there is a narrative. Be good at differentiating between the manipulative ones and the ones that just express it as it is. Mm-hmm. Because when you become good at it, you become, I would say, impervious to the manipulations. Mm-hmm. And by being impervious to the manipulations, you actually bring a breeze of clarity and light to the rest of the human collective that also have chosen that, but may have not gotten quite so good at spotting that manipulation. Mm-hmm. They might want some help spotting it, and that's why they've encountered you to help orchestrate that.
Yes.
That's kind of how I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Whew. Well, that only took 2 weeks or a month.
Very good, honey.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. You did well.
Thank you. See you.
See you.